Breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
Do you really believe the Yankees can win a World Series with half the roster missing? Because today I'm going to show you exactly how this team is getting dangerously close to becoming the laughingstock of Major League Baseball. And the worst part? You'll see this was completely avoidable. The New York Yankees are in free fall. They've lost 5 straight games. Aaron Judge has disappeared from the lineup. Giancarlo Stanton? At this point, he's just a golden memory in the Bronx. The front office built a multi-million-dollar roster to win, but instead it looks like they built one that's destined to suffer. Last night's matchup against Detroit left scars far worse than the final score. Meanwhile, trade rumors are heating up as July approaches, and fans are starting to panic. Aaron Boone is trying to stay composed during his press conferences, but the look in his eyes tells a different story. Yankee Stadium, which should be a fortress, has turned into a place where players keep getting hurt, and the fan base can feel the tension. Did you see that collision between Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Jasson Dominguez? Most people brushed it off as just a baseball play, but it turned out to be the worst kind of accident, the kind that sends a player to the injured list. Jazz left the game hurt. And now what? Boone has already confirmed he won't be in today's lineup. Look, I've always said this. This is the price you pay for building a roster without durability. We signed a handful of sure things, yet none of them can stay healthy for an entire season. Chisholm was brought in to be the answer at third base, you know? 4 career Gold Glove caliber seasons, 2 All-Star selections. That's no small resume. But here's the part that really makes me furious. While all of this is happening, the organization seems completely relaxed, like they have all the time in the world. This isn't bad luck. This is poor roster construction. When you build a team around aging veterans with injury concerns and young players who are still developing, you're betting on a nearly impossible scenario. Injuries are going to happen. They always do. Yet the Yankees front office acts like it's some kind of surprise every single time. Now this situation can go in several different directions. First possibility, Chisholm's injury is serious. He misses extended time, and the Yankees panic before the trade deadline, spending even more money they don't really have. Second, it's only a minor injury. He's back within a week, and the club tries to get back on track with minimal lineup changes. Third, Jasson Dominguez feels responsible and tries to prove himself, becoming the next guy. But putting that kind of pressure on a 22-year-old won't fix the structural problems of an entire roster. Fourth scenario, and honestly, the most realistic 1-0 changes. The team keeps sliding. Fans continue watching injured stars pile up. Payroll keeps climbing. And by September, we're watching 2009 highlight videos instead of meaningful baseball. The uncomfortable truth is that every one of these scenarios leads to the same conclusion. This team desperately needs reinforcements. Jazz Chisholm Jr. collided with Jasson Dominguez during last night's game against Detroit. It wasn't supposed to be anything serious. Just 2 outfielders chasing the same fly ball. That's baseball. One innocent split-second decision can bring everything crashing down. After the game, Aaron Boone announced that Chisholm will not be in Tuesday's lineup. The Yankees are still waiting for more information about the injury, but they're not willing to take any chances. So far this season, Chisholm has appeared in 81 games, hitting .222 with a .305 on-base percentage and a .398 slugging percentage. He has 12 home runs and a .703 OPS. Those numbers clearly say, I'm not playing at my highest level. But stealing 24 bases in 28 attempts? That's elite. The problem is the Yankees brought Chisholm here to be much more than just a base stealer. And when you're expecting more from a player and he goes down, the hole gets even deeper. He had also been ejected during Sunday's game against Boston. Now you're adding a muscle injury on top of that. Boone is hopeful Jazz might still be available off the bench soon, but right now, nobody is betting on it. Do you really think a team with Judge, Stanton, and Chisholm all sitting on the couch can compete in September? Because I've got news for you. Contenders aren't giving away championship-caliber players to teams that are falling apart. And this organization is going to need a lot more than hope. The numbers speak louder than any motivational speech Aaron Boone can deliver. The Yankees have now lost 5 consecutive games. Their latest defeat came against Detroit. Judge has been absent, both defensively and in the middle of the batting order. Stanton, he's still the ghost that's been haunting the Bronx since 2020. Trent Grisham had been sidelined with a hamstring strain, but hold on, there is some good news. Ryan McMahon had been dealing with an ear and throat infection, and he's also expected back on Friday. Before his injury, Grisham was hitting .232/341/.406 with 8 home runs, a .747 OPS, and an elite 14.4% walk rate. McMahon? He owns a .210/269 block goal, umozorvois viro, dal huolda thid, sugrafiti ampa the women's and ribad vatabramin or rider roch. Teach experience/line with 8 home runs and a disappointing .629 OPS. He's also been worth just 3 outs above average at third base all season. In short, one player could provide an immediate boost, while the other returns with even more question marks. Compare that to 2009 when the Yankees had 6 established stars anchoring the lineup. Here we are in 2026, reminiscing about past championships instead of chasing a new one. Losing Chisholm isn't just about statistics. It's psychological. A team that's dropped 5 straight, watching its biggest stars disappear, unable to win games at home, that creates desperation. The players feel it. The bench gets thinner. The lineup becomes less flexible. Jason Dominguez, the 22-year-old top prospect, is now carrying the emotional weight of accidentally taking a teammate out of the game. It may sound childish, but during a 5-game losing streak, every little thing matters. Boone loses another valuable option off the bench. The defensive alignment the Yankees envisioned with Grisham in center field and McMahon at third moves even farther out of reach. And meanwhile, the rest of the American League, East Toronto, Baltimore, and Boston is watching. They know the Yankees are vulnerable. And vulnerable teams become targets. Here's what really makes me angry. I saw this coming. When you ask 4 All-Stars to carry an entire franchise, you paint a giant target on their backs. And when several of those All-Stars already have lengthy injury histories, you've created the perfect recipe for failure. Chisholm's .222 batting average was already a concern before he got hurt. He was brought here to strengthen the offense at third base, yet he's producing backup-level numbers. Judge has disappeared. Stanton looks completely lost. Grisham is hurt. McMahon, honestly, hasn't been good enough. Do you see the bigger picture? The Yankees built a roster filled with players who used to be great somewhere else, instead of players who can be great here and now. My conclusion is simple. The Yankees need an explosive trade deadline. I'm not talking about waiting. I'm not talking about making cautious moves. I'm talking about attacking the market, spending the money this front office has, and bringing in players who have already proven they can perform in October. Because an injured Chisholm is a Chisholm who can't help anyone. Think about it. How many dynasties have collapsed because they relied on hope? The Yankees have plenty of hope. They have an incredible history. They have enormous financial resources. But what exactly are they waiting for? That Judge comes back and fixes everything by himself. That Dominguez suddenly becomes a superstar overnight. That Chisholm returns hitting .300 like everyone expected. That's not analysis. That's fiction. Reality is a 5-game losing streak, injuries piling up one after another, and an offense that can't finish games. So let me ask you, what would you do if you were Aaron Boone? The story of the Yankees' 2026 season is being written right now. Does Chisholm return on Wednesday or Thursday? Does the team bounce back against Minnesota? Do Grisham and McMahon make an immediate impact when they return? Maybe. But one thing is certain. Nothing changes without urgency. And urgency costs money. If you'd like to help the channel continue growing, you'll find the link in the description.